It's showtime, folks.
Absolute cinema, baby. Absolute cinema. 4-3 Blackhawks win versus the Carolina Hurricanes. What a game. What a game. And yes, yours truly, Beoc Beams, Justin Lynch was there to witness that game in person. Decided to go on a little road trip to Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, where there's just so much to do. There is so much going on in Raleigh, North Carolina. There's not. I really just came here for the hockey game. I was just that pumped. I was that amped to see the Frank Nazar, Frank the Tank return game from injury. I'm like, you know what? I got to come all the way to Raleigh to see it. That's clearly why I'm here. And I've got my Frank Nazar Winter Classic jersey on to boot. Not much of a game for Frank, and not much of a game, to be honest, shaking off the rust, but man, what a game for the Blackhawks. It was great to see in person at the Lenovo Center, the Carolina Hurricanes home arena. We'll have more content from the game itself in a separate video, some kind of vlog type content. I don't know if y'all will vibe with that or not. We'll see. It's experimenting. We'll see if maybe we'll do more of that type of content in the future. Try to get the more road games of the Blackhawks, not just games in the United Center, right? I want to try to see more arenas from around the National Hockey League. And I'm a big arenas guy, man. Like, that's kind of a part of my vibe too, is like a part of my goal is to eventually get to all the NHL arenas, every single one of them. I want to see every single one of them. I've already been to quite a lot in my life, so I don't know if I'm quite halfway there yet, living on a prayer, but we're pretty close. We've been to quite a few. And I'll get to more arena talk with the Canes later and just my experience of the game as a whole. But no, it was a great game to witness in person. Definitely made the trip worth it. One of the best games I think I've ever witnessed live, man. No joke. Like, that game was something else. Oliver Moore, baby. Oliver Moore masterclass. On his 21st birthday, no less, with the shootout winner to seal the deal. He gets his revenge after getting absolutely manhandled in a fight by Nikishin. So Moore had the last laugh in the end, and that's big for him, man. That's big for him. Love the way he's been playing. A great confidence booster for the kid. And I'm sure we'll have a very enjoyable 21st birthday tonight for the Blackhawks. I know they have a game tomorrow versus Tampa at home, but like, come on, man. It's his 21st birthday. He's legal now in terms of being able to drink. Come on. Like, the kid should be absolutely hammered tonight after securing that shootout winner. So we'll see how many shots. 11 shots for number 11, Oliver Moore, in the Hawks locker room tonight. Hawks Hotel. To my knowledge, the Hawks are not staying where I'm staying. I'm recording this live from the Doubletree Hotel. I have not seen any Blackhawks here. I don't think this is where they're staying, but I've been looking around. I have not seen beds or any Blackhawk anywhere thus far. But they're probably staying somewhere a little nicer close to the rink. But great game to watch in person, and we'll get into it now. We'll get into the game. Starting off in the first period, Canes definitely had the better start. Hurricanes definitely had the better start to the game. They kind of dominated that first period. I think shots are 13-4 Canes after the first. They did have a power play there pretty early on, but it was actually the Hawks who took advantage there. Courtesy of Ilya Mikheyev, he made a nice little takeaway there to set up a break and was able to strike there shorthanded. I think that's his second, third shorthanded goal of the year, something like that. Ilya Mikheyev continues his reign as one of the best shorthanded penalty killers in the league, man. He's been one of the best PK specialists in the whole NHL, and a few shorthanded goals to show for it, and gets the Hawks their lead in this game, which to that point, the Hawks really hadn't had much chances, much opportunities in the game, but quality over quantity, right? Quality over quantity. Spencer Knight made some big saves there to keep a 0-0 game, and Mikheyev strikes in the PK, and the Hawks get the kill. So good start there for the Hawks. Good kind of bounce back there after kind of a tougher start to the game, and the Canes definitely got the game going more early on, but Hawks get the first goal of the game. Would not last long, though. The lead would not last long, which has kind of been a theme of this Blackhawks team of late, is leads not lasting long and not being able to protect leads, which would be a theme in this game as well. There'd be plenty of that in this game. Nystrom for the Canes with his first career goal gets a snipe job there, and he ties up the game pretty soon afterwards. So seems like the Blackhawks have a theme with that as well. It feels like a lot of guys get the first career goals against us the last few years, but the Canes tie up the game there and send it to the second period tied up. Canes have a power play pretty early on the second. Hawks get the kill once again. Hawks' penalty kill was fantastic in this game, which isn't a surprise. Their PK's been amongst the tops in the league pretty much all season, thanks to Ilya Mikheyev and the like, and another big PK there. Canes had a lot of power plays in this game, right? They had, 4 or 5 power plays, and I don't think they didn't score a single one. So Hawks PK, a big reason why they come away with this game, and a big reason why they deserve to win this game. And pretty soon after that kill, it is Nick Lardis, the Lardy Party baby, who strikes A nice setup there from Oliver Moore and Ryan Donato. That line was humming in this game. I really liked that Lardis Moore Donato line. The Lardis Moore connection continued to cook, man. Those two have shown some really nice chemistry together. And Nick Lardis secures his 5th goal of the season with an absolute snipe job to make it a 2-1 game for the Hawks and get them the lead back. Great to see from Nick Lardis, man. Great to see another young Blackhawk like Oliver Moore. His confidence has been very high of late, been very adamant. And that's a nice thing with this Hawks team right now, man. It's just the amount of young guys, the amount of future core guys that are on this team right now as we speak. That's definitely like a nice mix of, the future of this team, but also veterans. But it's starting to become more so where it's like, unlike past seasons where, the Hawks had more veteran-laden teams and not really a ton of future core pieces on the roster. Now it's like, it's shifting, man. Like the future is now. The youth are taking over this team, and we have more pieces of this team are part of this team's future than just fill-ins, than veteran placeholders. So it's nice to see that transition take place. And a big reason why we've seen more success this year is because more of this team, are real Blackhawks, I like to say. If you've been watching me for a while, I use the term real Blackhawks to describe Blackhawks that will actually be part of this team's future identity, right? Those are the Blackhawks have been drafted by Kyle Davidson, right? Those types of Blackhawks. So, it's good to see those guys perform, and the Moore and Lardis especially have really impressed me a lot of late. Canes get a power play pretty soon after. Hawks get the kill once again, their 3rd kill of the night. Would not last long, though. Pretty soon after that PK, Jordan Staal ties up the game for the Canes on a 2-on-1. It was a bit of a rough pinch there from Artie Party in the defense. Not his best game, I will say, not Lev Chanot's best game, but not the best pinch to take there. And when you have Connor Bedard, who's back in the defense on a 2-on-1, you're cooked. Bedard did what he could. He took away the pass, which is what you do in a 2-on-1. You typically take away the pass, so it leaves no option for the shoot, so it's more predictable for the goalie. Jordan Staal buries it for the Canes to tie up the game. Not much Bedard could do there on the defense, which, again, he should not be the guy, that's back there on the 2-on-1, right? Our defense should be back there, but they were nowhere to be seen. So that's not him. I don't blame him for that. And not much I could do about that. So pretty soon after the game is tied. Big turn point in this game about halfway through the game. Oliver Moore gets in a fight, which I never thought I'd see that in the day. But and this happened after a big hit. Alexander Nikishin, the Russian defenseman, the big Russian hulk of a tank of a defenseman for the Canes, lays a big hit on Nick Lardis. And Oliver Moore, man, for him to step up for his boy like that, to step up for Lardis, and just the balls to drop the nits of a guy like Nikishin. Maybe not the smartest play of all time because, you just know how that's going to go down. Moore's got no chance in that fight. He's got no shot. But hey, just the guts to try it, and just more importantly, just to step up for your teammate in that situation. Big shout out to Oliver Moore there. He got absolutely manhandled in the fight. He got dropped. But hey, just a lot of respects there because a lot of guys, especially Oliver Moore is not a guy you'd expect to fight, right? So gained a lot of respect for him there, right? I'm sure Lardis did too, his teammates as well. And I think the hockey gods appreciate that because, Moore would get the last laugh in the end. But just that scene there as he was leaving the ice with the blood all over his face, that's going to be my thumbnail for this video. That's hockey, baby. That is hockey, baby. That's why it's such a wonderful sport. So many things to love about the sport. And that just fired me up, man, from Oliver Moore. Even though he got dropped, just to drop the gloves like that, hey, Moore has more fights in his career than Patrick Kane. So I'm just saying. Yeah, big game for Oliver Moore on his 21st birthday. I think he gets credit for the Gordie Howe hat trick, right? I think so, right? Yeah, the shootout goal is not an official goal, but he had an assist, he had a fight. I think the shootout winner counts as a goal. So the unofficial Gordie Howe hat trick for Oliver Moore. Gave the Hawks some momentum there. Canes had, their 4th power play of the game pretty soon after that fight. As a result of that fight, Oliver Moore got a roughing call in addition to the fighting major. And Hawks get the kill, no surprise. Hawks hit a power play late in the period there that stretches in the second. Canes kill it off there. Bedard did have a nice chance in that power play there. Unfortunately, hit the post crossbar. So, okay game for Bedard. I wouldn't say his best game of all time, but I think a part of that, too, is I'm getting a little tired of Burakovsky and Green as line mates. It might be time to switch things up there a little bit. I like Ryan Green, but just first lap Bedard, I don't really get it. I would throw Bertuzzi back up there. Bedard and Bertuzzi have shown great chemistry all year, so that's what I would do, or just anybody else, but Ryan Green the first line. But Jeff Blashill just seems to be in love with that kid. So, I think he'd be better off in the middle 6 versus up there at Bedard. But that's just me. Anyway, Canes get yet another power play after the Hawks power play expires, and Hawks get the kill once again. Hawks PK again, fantastic in this game. Didn't give the Canes much to work with there. In this game it got really chippy in the second, but continued to get really chippy in the third. A lot of big hits are being laid out on both sides. Definitely a physical game, definitely a chippy game between the Hawks and Canes, which aren't really known to be rivals by any means, but if this felt like a rivalry game, man. This felt like a playoff game. The intensity in this game was very high. And yeah, definitely a lot of give and take on both sides. So it's definitely one of those games. Late in the game, the guy you would not expect to step up for the Hawks, Connor Murphy, with probably maybe the nicest goal of his career. Absolute dango on Freddie Anderson there, gives the Hawks the 3-2 lead. His second goal of the year, and not from a guy you'd expect. Not from a guy you'd expect. I didn't know Connor Murphy had that in him, but hey, credit to him. There's a nice goal with about 5 minutes left in the game. You're like, okay, let's see if the Hawks can, they have a third chance in the game to keep it, hold the lead. Let's see if they can do it. It lasted one shift. It didn't even last one shift. The Canes answer 30 seconds later, courtesy of a Logan Stankoven wraparound goal. So, Hawks had 3 leads in this game and blew each and every one of them. And pretty much all of them came pretty much like minutes after the Hawks took the lead every time. So that was frustrating as hell. Yeah, that sends the game to overtime. Both the Hawks and Canes, it was definitely 50-50 both ways in overtime. Both teams got plenty of chances there in that OT. Definitely back and forth there. The biggest chance, I'd say, came from Oliver Moore. He had a breakaway in that overtime there. Had a chance to seal the game on the break and was stopped by Freddie Anderson. I'm like, oh man, like that sucks. Like, because that's the guy I would have liked to see seal the game, right? And well, he still would seal the game later on. We get to the shootout. Connor Bedard gets a goal in the shootout. The nice little slow down, Patty Kane special there. The crowd was booing it big time, man. The Carolina Hurricanes crowd was booing Bedard big time, but I think he just took it personally, man. I think he just took it personally. That fire beds he up, and he got the goal there. Canes would answer there, which would extend the shootout past 3 into sudden death. And that is where, game on his stick, who else would you want but number 11, Oliver Moore, has a chance to answer, has a chance to get the last laugh in this game, to seal the game for the Blackhawks, and he does it, man. A beautiful top shelf, top cheese goal from Oliver Moore, that fool Freddie Anderson. And the 21-year-old birthday boy gets his revenge on Nikishin and the Canes after being dropped in the fight, and he gives the Hawks the road win, their 4th consecutive road win, their 2nd consecutive win, and the Hawks improved to 21-22-7 on the year, 49 points, just 4 points out of a playoff spot. So that's 2 wins, man. That's 2 wins. And Hawks have a chance to carry over right once again tomorrow. They play again tomorrow at home. So a quick turnaround there versus Tampa Bay, which obviously another strong team in the East. Hawks beat a first-place team in the East in the Canes today. And they look to get another big win tomorrow versus another strong contender from the East in the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we'll see if they could do that, man. We'll see if they could do that. But yeah, we'll have more content from this game. Right? There'll be plenty more to saw. I filmed a lot of content at the game of just like what it was like in the arena, some clips in the game, warm-ups, etc. Just my experience as a whole at the Lenovo Center. So we'll have another video out, in the coming days there that kind of break that down, and there'll be more stuff like that in the future because I won't get too much into it now. I won't spoil, but there will be more Hawks games that I attend this year, not just at the UC but on the road. So there'll be more content from that regard in the future. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully I can make that a big part of this channel is, not just watching games at home, but I think you get a different perspective, different experience, watching the games in person and just kind of more able to take away. I think watching the games on TV versus in person is a different experience. So, but this was a fun one to watch, man. A lot of Blackhawks fans there. Hawks fans travel well, and Carolina shouldn't be a shocker. But yeah, there are a lot of Blackhawks fans there, man. I don't want to say it was 50-50. I think I'd be giving it too much credit, but it was probably 70-30. It was probably 70-30. Maybe even 60-40, dare I say it. There are a lot of Blackhawks fans there, and a lot of happy Blackhawks fans because, we came away with this dub, and a big road dub for this team. Love to see it, man. You absolutely love to see it. And hopefully the Hawks can carry it over tomorrow versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. Just checking the records here. Yeah, Tampa was another first-place team in the East, right? The Canes first in the Metro, 31-15-5. And Hawks get another test playing the first-place team in Atlantic and the Tampa Bay Lightning, 31-13-4. So, yeah, 2 big tests for the Blackhawks. See if they can make it 3 straight wins and back-to-back wins. We'll see if they can do that. But, yeah, no, overall, big game for the Hawks, right? Was a great one to watch in person. Good to see Frank the Tank back, man. What a helmet there for Frank the Tank. He's got the convertible bubble there. He's got the visor, and then he's got another visor down here, but then he's got but here it's like open. So it's not a full bubble like the one Bedard had when he came back after breaking his jaw. Like Nazar's got this half and half convertible bubble helmet going. So the aura truly is off the charts. So I would say Frank the Tank, okay game coming back from injury, but you could tell he's kind of shaking off the rust in this one. Like the legs were fully there, and he was kind of on his ass a few times. Like the Canucks were definitely it felt like they were kind of targeting him in this game where they knew he was kind of coming back from injury, and they kind of had him locked down on all games. So, but hey, it's his first game back, his first game in a month. I'm not going to tweak about too much. Overall, it's just good to see Frank back, and hope we get some more guys back soon. Tavo didn't play this game, the former Kane, still out with upper body injury, and Dickinson was ill. So hopefully those two will be back soon, and then after that, Hawks will be pretty much fully healthy for the first time in a long time. So good to see for this Blackhawks team, right? Good to see this team get back to full health, and hopefully that's something that can carry over here moving forward, and keep this little keep this run of good form going here. I like this. After a bit of a tough stretch here, the Hawks seem to be coming on strong once again. Getting Bedsy back, obviously getting Frank back. Good to see Bedzar Black here, and Hawks are definitely getting back going here. But yeah, and that's all I got for this one. Big game for Spencer Knight, right? I think big one of the MVPs of this game. 27 saves and 31 shots. Big game for him, and a big reason why the Hawks come away with this game as well. I want to give a shout to Spencer Knight. If Soda was in this game, I don't think the Hawks probably come away with this one. So big shout to Spencer Knight there. And yeah, that's all I got for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I believe we're at 758 subs times recording, so really appreciate that a lot. If you enjoy this content, subscribe to the channel, and like this video around, share it around friends, family if you enjoy this content. All right, that's all I got. Justin Lynch, Bjork Beams out, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.